Man, someone stole my daggone meal. It ain't there. Listen. Now guys, I'll show you where it's at. It is tore apart in the back of the car. And let me go hit my trunk release. And there it is in the back of the car. It's going bye-bye today. We are going to have the new Grizzly meal soon, very soon. Let me put you on a tripod here and we'll talk about a few things. So, what we've done is sold the Harbor Freight meal. I'm not going to discuss how much I got out of it. Only my friends will know that. Anyway, as soon as I get back, first thing we're going to do is we're going to go deliver it. We're going to set it up for the guy. I'm going to get my money, cash money, no checks. And I'm going to go straight to the bank. And then I'm going to come straight home, order my new Grizzly meal. I'll put the model number right here. And I'll throw in a picture right now. So now that you're back from looking at that beautiful Grizzly that's going to match the other Grizzly, the first thing I got to do after I order it and get it on its way, and it'll be here within 3 or 4 days, because Grizzly don't mess around when they deliver something. So I got to get back there. I got to tear that bench out, and I want to save the drawers and put them somewhere else. I don't know where yet, but I'm thinking about putting them drawers somewhere else, and it's underneath the mill. We're going to take that bench out, and we're going to put a whole bench all the way across there, and I've got the materials to do so. And the floor looks unlevel for some reason. Maybe it's falling through. But that's going to be an ongoing thing here for the next week or so. For now, I'm building me a new air compressor, twin cylinder. In fact, I'll just show you that. I've got the pump ready. It's got 2 cylinders. I've got this plugged, and it's made in the US. The top is aluminum. I spent about 5 hours yesterday cleaning this bad boy up, getting a little die grinder and the wire wheel on the die grinder, and got down in these cracks, repainted it, and it looks really good. This part here is aluminum, so I like to keep aluminum. I don't like to paint aluminum. First of all, paint does not stick very well to aluminum, and I think the beauty in aluminum is a beauty in itself. And this is the tank that we're going to use, we hope. I looked in it yesterday, and I shined a light down in this hole here and looked down in that hole over there. And there's a lot of buildup of dirt and debris in there. And I went in and took copper ground wire and stuck it down in there and moved that stuff around and moved it away from the bottom of the tank, and the tank still looks really good. So I don't know what that settlement is, but we're going to have to take these plugs right here out and take it and put some nuts and bolts or something in there, a bunch of them, and put us a solution of water and soap or whatever, and we're just going to stir that around and try to get all that out of there. And then I'm going to sand it down bare metal, strip it bare metal, and we're going to repaint that, and it's going to be the same color as that. And then we've got the motor here. I've cleaned up the aluminum end piece, and I already got grease on it. And we're going to mask this off. We're going to paint this black. And yes, we're going to go with the same theme that we went with on the press. We got that piece. We got that piece, and all these parts we got to clean up and get ready to put all back together, or paint and re-put back together. But anyway, she's ready to go, so we're getting ready to take this meal and deliver it and set it up for the guy, and shouldn't take me more than a couple hours. He's only about 10 minutes up the road. So, wish me luck, you guys. Well, hello, YouTube. I guess this is the second part of the first part. Let me try that again. Alright, we have went and sold the Harbor Freight. I took it over. I installed it. Got my money. And everybody wouldn't believe what I got for that Harbor Freight mill drill lathe. I'm going to go ahead and tell you how much I made for that. Now remember, I traded a Savage 24 for it. The guy wanted $400 for it. It looked awful. Brought it home, and basically that was a stepping stone towards my ultimate goal. Cleaned it up, prettied it up, got it working pretty good, bought a set of collets, wasn't very much, and turned that $400 into, well, 400 and probably 30 bucks, into, and I put another $4 to it and ordered me the Grizzly g0758. And I was waiting for the mill to go out so that I could go ahead and tear this bench out. If everybody remembers, I used to face this way, and the mill's sitting right here, and the camera was here, remember? So I ripped all this out, and my original plan was to only do 2 of these cabinets. And these are really nice cabinets too. They need cleaned out and everything. I just got finished installing. And I've got 6 of them, but I was originally going to put 4 of them, or 2 sets. One there and one there. And I was going to leave this open for the air compressor. Well, instead of that, I went ahead and put 3 shelves in here. Let me make sure you guys are pointed in the right direction. Let me stick you down here. I've got my my cyclone that I made there, and that thing has been a thorn in my ass ever since I started this shop, when I built that. It was a good idea. It's actually not as good as it should be, but it works. It took to the bandsaw, it took to the table saw, it took to the router, and it's also hooked to the one I use to vacuum everything around the shop. And I want to try to move that, or redesign it or something. And I want to move it up here where the shelf's at, and kind of put it in there to where I can put a rail or something. Now this is not in clad iron, it's not chiseled in stone, it's just an idea. So that I can take this bucket and just slide it in on a seal, and then when the shop vac comes on, it would just suck it right up to it. Kind of mount this on this shelf, and I'm going to have to get a smaller elbow for here. That was the only one I had at the time, so I'm going to have to get a smaller elbow and some more of this pipe. I don't know where I'm going to get it, but I'm going to get it somewhere. And if I can mount this up here where this little shelf's at, just slide the shelf down in between these lights, then I can take my bucket and put it in there and just slide it in. And then I can take my air compressor, if it will fit, right in here. I don't know. Thing's pretty long. And I mean, it's just an idea. I don't know. I might end up putting the air compressor up front once I get it built. I have no clue. The mill was my last major piece that I wanted, and now it's on the way. Let me put you back up here. Hope that light ain't too bright. This is a pretty solid bench too. What I did, I put these in a row and I bolted them together with self-tapping 5/16 head bolts or screws. And once I had it all mounted together, these have adjustable legs on all four corners of each one of them. Once I had them all bolted together, then I lifted all these legs, these legs, these legs, these legs, and left the outer legs on the end down to use as a way to level. Once I got it leveled, then I screwed them together is what I done. And then I took a 2x6 and ran across here and then drilled holes up through the holes that was there. There was some small holes there, a line of them going across. So basically they were for a countertop or something, or the top that was on it. And then I screwed them up through here, and that held the top straight. Then I got a 2x6 back here where you see this line right here. I don't know if you can see it or not, but I drew a line here where to mimic 2x6, and I just staggered screws back and forth across it. Now I thought about putting a beam in between here, but this is 3/4 inch plywood. I don't think we're going to have any sag issues because the mill's going to be out here, and it's probably only going to go back to about right here. And I can just bolt right here, no big deal. And it's going to be so close to the edge of these 2x6s, or this one, that it's not going to go down. So it's pretty solid. And so I just went ahead and put all three of them in a row. I've got plenty of drawer space to put my table, jigsaws, cordless drills, this piece of junk. You know, I've never in my life seen one of these actually work. Ever. And Ryobi, I am not impressed. But, anyway, I am in preparation, I'm getting in preparation for the Grizzly meal. I'm thinking that I'm going to put it in the center of this one, this drawer. That way I can still use my cabinet door and I ain't got to take it down. I'm hoping I don't have to take this down. This is a nice little shelf to put things on for the meal. Plus I've got plenty of drawer space. I can actually get to my wall here where my wrenches are hung, and I'm probably going to take and do, once I figure out this is going to have to move somewhere else, probably over here somewhere, and I'm going to use this wall here for putting bits and fly cutters, you know, make little things like that right there that I use for putting these in. I'll just make a real nice fancy one. That one there I'm going to change. I'm going to make it different. That way I can just put them all right here in a row, kind of diagonal like I did this right here. Oh, I forgot to give him his chuck key. It is right there. Oh well, I'm sure he's got a half-inch chuck key, but I'm sure I won't. I ain't heard the last of him. I'm sure. He's got a bunch of other stuff that he wants to do some trading with me, and I don't really have a whole lot to trade, but he's got a whole lot of milling bits. What do you call those, end mills and stuff like that. But he's got real big ones, and he bought a whole bunch of them. I don't know where he got them, probably at a sale or something. And he wants to do some dealings with me, so I'm going to have to start looking around for things to trade. Maybe I can fix up one of these air compressors, or once I get mine done, maybe I can trade in my air compressor I'm using now. I hate to get rid of that thing. That thing's really a good air compressor. The only problem with that air compressor is it vibrates the hell and back. It will do the walking and not even talk. So that's where we stand right now. I'm trying to think of something to use to coat this with. I had thought about stainless steel, but I don't have a big enough piece to put across it. I've got those doors. Let me get these out here and show you what I got. I was hoping these were going to be 29 inches, because that's what this is. It's 29 inches from here to the wall. And the only way to do it is to turn it around this way so that this edge comes off the front, and just trim this back here so that it goes flush against the wall. And it's just a lot of bullshit that I have to go through to make these actually look good. Plus, if I do that, if I flatten them out so I can make them bigger, it's going to look god-awful. Hard to get those things flattened back out again. It'll just have waves in it and everything else. So, I think I'm going to use these somewhere else. I've got some other stuff that came off of the refrigerator, but I don't believe they're 29 inches either. If it is 29 inches, then I may use that. It's got a texture to it, it's white, and the sharp edge that comes off the edge, I can always just take and put a piece of trim right here around it. That's the only other choice I have. I don't have any other metal. I'd like to have metal on it. That way it'd be easy to clean up, to get the grease off. I was wanting stainless steel, but that ain't gonna happen. This here, I'm probably just gonna either block it off, or I can always make a drawer that comes out, a real thin drawer, because I've got a keyboard drawer that came off of the desk that I took the cabinet off of to put underneath my lathe, the one that's got the blue and gray and dark blue drawer in it. I've got the keyboard slide for it and drawer. I could possibly take the slides off of it, make me a frame that just slides underneath here, and out of plywood on the sides, and luan on the bottom, and mount the slides on the inside of it, and then put the drawer in it, and use that for small tooling, stuff like that right there, or whatever tooling's coming with the mill. And I know there ain't much. It comes with a little dinky plastic toolbox. And I can either put a drawer there, a long drawer from here over, or I can just close it off. No biggie. As you can see, that's a bed frame. So if it'll handle a person's weight, it'll handle anything I put on that shelf. And I had two of them. I put those in there and put a plywood bottom in it. And I didn't want to get rid of them shelves. I like those shelves, and if I did get rid of the shelves, then I wouldn't be gaining much, because there's a cubby hole right there, and on the other side of that wall there's a door that opens up where you can put stuff in there. Yeah, I could get rid of that, but I'm not going to. If I need to put my sway bars in it when I get ready to travel with this trailer to move, because I ain't staying here long, I can tell you that. I'd like to be out of here now. But somebody has suggested I take that shelf out of there, but if I take that shelf out of there, I'm not going to be gaining anything, because I can't push nothing any further back. I'd have to take that out. I'm not going to do that. I've got that wall just the way I like it, and I think I'm going to keep it that way. That way I can get to the shelf now. And who knows, maybe I can put another drawer right there, build a cabinet or with doors. I think I have some other doors that came out of the cabinets where my toolbox is at. I've got some doors that came off of underneath the table saw where the table used to sit, and or where the seats were. And I got a few cabinet doors around here somewhere. And we'll close that out in and do something with it. But anyway, this is getting pretty long. I'm probably just rambling. So I just wanted to update you guys on what's going on. I'm going to lose the drill press vise because it's going to go on the mill. Hopefully. I may have to get a smaller one for the mill, because I was watching a review on the mill that I'm getting, and he had a 4-inch, and when he put it in there with the turntable that's on the bolted to the bottom of it that I work so hard to get, didn't have no room for the bits. And even if you took the chuck off of it, you still didn't gain a whole lot, maybe 3 inches. And most of your drill bits are 5 inches or 4 inches. So I'm probably going to have to get another milling vise, but at 3 inch, and put on the mill without the base, or without the swivel. Of course, I'm going to get a swivel, but I may not put it on there. Other than that, that's where we stand. We're waiting on it to come. I just ordered it on eBay from Grizzly. I made sure that it was coming from Grizzly Corporation itself, so they're actually the ones going to be sending it to me. That's who I'm buying from. And then I got a set of R8 collets coming. Now I don't have any bits that's worth a damn. I bought a set of 6 that goes from 1/8 inch up to 1/2 inch, I think. And one use, they're done. I'm not real sure how to sharpen those things. So, of course, if they dulled that quick, they ain't worth sharpening anyway. That was basically just to get me started. It was, I think it was $9.99 for the whole set. And I know buying cheap tools, you're paying for or you get what you pay for. And I understand that, but I have no choice in the matter. I have to buy cheap and just live with the complaint. So, one day when I'm old and gray and getting ready to kick the bucket, I'll have everything that I want and everybody will envy my shop. So, hell, you gotta wait that long for it to happen. Anyway, I'm gonna get off here and stop complaining. I wanted to show something, but I think I'll show it in the next video. Somebody sent me something, and matter of fact, let me go get it and I'll show it. That was quick, wasn't it? No peeking now. Good buddy of mine gave me something and sent it to me. A crucible, so that I can melt some aluminum. And I think that was very cool of him to send this to me. I've been talking to Eviltwinx, because I know he's got a foundry, and it's even got the do's and don'ts and education on it. These are the do's and don'ts on what not to do and what to do. And I have a big old grill, one of them barbecue grills, and it's humongous. It's one of them 5 burners. It's got 4 burners inside of it that were rusted all to pieces, and then it's got the side burner. The side burner still is okay. I don't even think it's ever been used, and I'm going to try to use that in the build. But I'm thinking about making a forge or a foundry out of that grill, using probably fire brick, or I may just cut the inside of it out to fit a propane tank, cut the top off of it like most people do. But instead of me using the refractory cement that's god awful expensive, they act like it's got gold in it, I'm going to use charcoal. If if I just put a stand, build a stand out of some heavy steel here somewhere, and drill a hole or cut a hole in the side of it so that the air, when I blow the air in, it goes in a circle, and just pack charcoal around the crucible and do it that way. I'm going to try it. It will be my first attempt, but my meal's first. So that's just a future project that I'm working on, and I've been talking to him about it, and I just asked him, I said, you ain't got an extra one laying around, and I was expecting for him to send me a homemade one that he wasn't using because he got a new one, and I didn't think he was going to send me a true blue crucible. So Eviltwinx, check him out. He's working on a blacksmith shop. He's got a forge or foundry, I mean, and he's a pretty good guy. Uh, so thumbs up to Eviltwinx. Thank you very much. I appreciate it, and we'll see if we can't put it to good use. So I'm gonna get off of here because I'm sure this is getting long. I could sit here and talk to you forever. You guys have a good one. Later.